Alright, welcome to another Living Freestyle Game Dev live stream. My name's Kevin. We do this twice a week, Sunday nights and Wednesday mornings. And the whole idea is this is like a Q&A AMA. Hop in, ask questions as it relates to game dev. We're working primarily with Unreal, but also, things like how Maya and Unreal interact sometimes, FBX file exports, imports. We do chat about Unity sometimes in here, but I am definitely not a Unity expert. I am lucky enough to do this professionally. I currently work at Riot Games in R&D, and as much fun as I have at work, there's a lot of cool stuff I don't get to do at work. And sometimes I'm sort of jealous about what my coworkers are working on, so this is a chance for me to play with that stuff, as well as it is a chance for me to learn a whole lot about a lot of other disciplines. If there are no questions, that's totally cool, because we are making our own game, and currently we are striving to try to get to a playable prototype. That's kind of the goal, but we have a long ways to go, because making a game 1 hour twice a week is gonna be a long road. Fortunately, we are also working on stuff in between, so we're making a little more progress in that. And I took a look back through. We don't currently have any questions for tonight. Chats are up, which is cool. Things are usually pretty quiet on Sunday nights, and it's a holiday weekend, so I imagine that we're just gonna build some cool stuff tonight, I hope, or stumble through some cool stuff. It seems like I get to do a lot of cool stuff, and things are just firing. Everything's just kind of falling in place when I'm not online, but when I'm online, everything is just stumble, faceplant, stumble, faceplant. So with that, let's make sure we don't start off with faceplants, and we'll actually share our screen. Alright, so what has happened since the last time? Last time we were trying to work on frost grenades and items in our inventories and things like that. Things are looking pretty good, and we decided to make our frost grenade no longer a specialty extra item. But before we do that, let's chat a little bit about some of the changes. First off, you'll note all of our characters are now different. These are actually some of my characters, some of the body mechanics characters that I helped build a while ago. So that's one thing. We got masculine, feminine, and a more of a bruiser dude. The other thing that we changed is I don't know why I did this. I'm not entirely sure, but sometimes you just gotta do things for fun. I updated the way the hit flash works, so it's more region specific. So if I shoot this dude in the knee, you'll notice it's very knee. If I shoot him in the head, it's kind of more about his head. So it kind of pays attention to where you're getting shot. It might be useful as a player to have a better idea of where you're getting hit. Maybe it'll be clearer. So that was another update. Our inventory is still working the way we expect it to. We got all of our drop downs and stuff, and as we pick up all these different plasma items we made, I don't think we've broken anything with that in all of the updates that we made. We're just double checking here. Items. Yeah, pretty good. And active items we don't have. Oh, we do have a heal pickup and then our equipment, which is great. Now, the interesting thing is, after picking up all of that equipment, I did not pick up a grenade. So let's grab the grenade. We ran into a couple problems with the grenade last time, but fortunately, I was able to fix them. So, see if I can make that happen. So first off, our grenade now shows over here, which is great. I'm going to swap this out for my active item. That's cool. You'll notice that I have 10 grenades now. We couldn't even throw grenades last time, and basically I went through, updated all the gameplay abilities and everything like that, and now if I left click, it throws one grenade. Perfect. Also, the way grenades work is a little bit different in the sense that now you can actually throw multiple grenades. Alright, this is going to kill this dude, and I'll show you what the other one is. So actually our grenades, great success with that from the standpoint of we actually are now able to throw them. the way we would want to. But if I put a grenade on each side of this dude, what happens with the frozen effect? It freaks out, doesn't know how to do that. We'll have to figure something out about that. Something that the material manager can handle. But anyways, lots of updates. And, so what are we working on tonight? A couple things. We need to get our grenades almost, I want to finish off the frost grenade. One of the things you'll notice is I have infinite frost grenades. Right? I'm throwing all these grenades out there, but you'll notice my counter is not working. Now the other thing that's interesting too is my other grenade still works like normal. Right? So we have successfully split the grenade off, which is cool. So let's pop out of this. Now, in order to fix this, my guess is we're just missing a cost. So let's take a look at some of the other weapons. Like, for example, the beam cannon. Damage beam cannon. What I'm looking for is where the cost comes in. Because here's the gameplay effect of the damage. And I'm used to the cost as usually being a gameplay effect as well. Maybe it's done in the fire. Let's see. Okay, so what we're looking for is something that decrements our stats. These are burst sounds, burst camera shakes, burst anims, force feedbacks. There's a gameplay cue here for weapon fire. That's on burst. That's it? That's all we've got? I don't think that's what we're looking for. Beam cannon fire. Okay. Let's take a look at something maybe a little more simple. Let's try the pistol. Nope. So here's the gameplay ability for the weapon fire for the pistol. Here's the damage. This is the gameplay effect for the damage. Impacts. Gameplay cue for the pistol fire. Additional cost, here we go, cost. Additional cost, item tag stack. And this is done in the gameplay ability for the fire pistol. So, I don't know if we have a gameplay ability for fire grenade. We have a gameplay ability for throw grenade. I don't think we're using this though. I think I made this. Yeah, I started to make that, but I believe this is the one we're using. And I disconnected all of this stuff. This is where it gets activated. I think we should just try putting it in the additional costs here. So what we're gonna put in the additional costs are an item tag stack of 1 and magazine ammo. I don't know if that's gonna work for us because I don't know if we have it in here, but let's just say that that's it. So item tag stack and 1, and then the tag is gonna be magazine ammo. See here, ammo, magazine ammo. Okay. Compile and save. Smile and wave. Let's save. And let's see if we have decorative grenades. Oh, that's one other thing that changed. Wait. Hold up. now I can no longer. Interesting. I can't actually cast it now. That's weird. Oh, because there is nothing in the magazine. Okay. So let's do, rather than magazine ammo, let's do spare ammo. See if it's that easy. Spare ammo. Cloud save. Play. Pick up our cross menu. Got it. I can't cast it. Okay. So let's remove that. Just to make sure that that is the thing that broke us. That is the thing that broke us. Okay. We gotta wrap our heads around this gameplay ability system. Or cost gameplay. You know what I want to know? I want to know at the time we activate the ability, whether or not we have what we have for our spare our tags. So, because this costs additional cost item tag stack 1. That's it. And there's an application fail class and weapon fire and the input tag. Item tag stack 1 tag spare ammo. Okay. Interesting. I can't. It's like it doesn't know I have spare ammo. Alright, when we gotta activate this ability, I'm going to get owner. Do you already have this? I don't. Get owner. Get Paul. That's fine, we can get that. And then from that we can get nope. Cast to or get controller. And then from that, can we get the inventory? Interesting. Get component by class. Inventory. think this hangs off the pawn. Alright, and from that, let's get tag stack. And no. Just gonna get the frost grenade. Get tag stack count. And then let's get the ammo here. Spare it. Okay, and let's print the string. Okay, let's see if we actually have the right thing here. This ability isn't even activating. That's wild. Defaults. Okay, well that says that's none. So maybe it's off the player controller. Get controller. And then get component by class. Let's see if that has it. 10, okay. So it's on the controller. So clearly we have 10. But we're definitely not. And the problem is what? This is our frost grenade cooldown. Granted abilities, duration, executions, modifiers. Cost. I guess I don't understand how this cost works. Cost that must be paid to activate this ability. And in this case, cost that requires expending a quantity of a tag stack on the associated item instance. We're printing spare ammo. Spare ammo. Oh, wait, is it -1? Nope, it doesn't even activate. It doesn't know. It doesn't know how to decrement that. Frost grenade class defaults. Grenade, replication, inputs, Oh man, it's gotta be this. This is the only thing it can be. This is an Lyra gameplay ability. Okay, we may have to go into code. Why does this always happen? Can activate ability. This is where? Lyra gameplay ability. The Lyra gameplay ability is in the ability system abilities. Ability system abilities. Lyra gameplay ability.cpp. Additional cost. Here we go. Where is this? Hit any additional cost. Apply cost. Let's put a breakpoint right here. Okay, and then in here we'll make sure that we still have our costs. We do. See if we hit this breakpoint. Oh, it's hitting it every time. Okay. Let's do this. We're gonna have to let our buddy over here finish shooting. And then once she's done that, we'll be able to reactivate our breakpoint. Okay, cool. So we can reactivate this breakpoint now. Wait a minute. I'm not even getting to apply cost. Oh. Check cost. Let's see if we do this. Activate the ability. And do we hit any of those? We do. We're checking the cost. Okay, this might be something. Okay. So optional relevant tags. These all look to be null. Actor info. Okay, and handle. What's our handle? Okay, that's good. Additional costs. An additional cost has one thing in it. It's looking for an item tag stack. That's bueno. New object. GA Frost Grenade, okay. Wait, hold on a second. It's not a null pointer. Okay, so now we gotta check this cost. For the Frost Grenade. For the actor. No, we have a valid actor. That seems reasonable. Lyra ability quality. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here we go. We're checking the cost. Okay, so if... Where are we? Lyra, ability cost, item tag stack. Interesting. So... Interesting. Equipment ability is none. Okay, I think we found the problem. This is gonna fail. I don't think we're gonna even come in here because equipment ability is none. Yeah, it's totally returning false. So it's basically, for some reason, it doesn't think this is an equipment ability. Okay, so here's the problem. Wait, but this should be an equipment. Why don't we have... That's sort of weird. I want to put a breakpoint right here. Resume. Okay, so let's go back to the shotgun. Actually, I'll get the pistol. Alright, when I shoot this, it should check the cost. When we check the cost, it's going to pop in here. Our equipment ability here is... I don't even know what this is. GA weapon fire pistol. Somehow that worked. Oh, because it's trying. Oh, I see what's happening here. Oh man, my code brain hurts. Okay, so basically what this is saying is it's trying to cast this ability that we're passing in to an equipment ability. And it's failing. So for some reason, our pistol successfully... Our gameplay ability must inherit from something else. Let's see if we can find that. I'm gonna get rid of this. And we'll get rid of this one too. And we'll keep this one. That's gonna be the applying the cost. It makes sense that that goes through. Alright, so let's get out of here. And let's take a look at our frost grenade. Our frost grenade inherits from a Lyra gameplay ability. Alright. Our pistol inherits from GA weapon fire. And GA weapon fire inherits from a Lyra gameplay ability ranged weapon, which is a U Lyra gameplay ability from equipment. Okay, this is why. Interesting. So in order for this to work, theoretically, we have to change our frost grenade to this gameplay ability from equipment. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to play our costs, which is sort of weird. I kind of don't like that. So, look, the problem, okay, so the problem with this is, what if we come up with like an ultimate? How about that, huh? It won't be able to play it unless it's from equipment? what? Alright, let's just see if we can prove this theory out first. Alright, so we're trying to get a Lyra gameplay ability from parent. Alright, so let's see if we can reparent this blueprint. Gameplay ability from equipment. Compile and save. Smile and wave. Alright, save that. Let's go back to our gym. Let's go back to play. Oh, I got a break point. I can get rid of that. Alright, we spawned in. We can pick up our grenade. It's active. Oh, we can throw it. Oh, dude, look. Our code brain is not useless. All right, dude, we did it. We got a grenade that can run out of ammo. Okay, but here's the question. So we're now out of grenades. I can no longer throw. Perfect. All right, couple things. We don't need the reticle. I don't think we need the reticle for the grenades. Also, we need to test that we can walk over and pick up more grenades. So let's just duplicate this dude and move it over to the side and play. For the sake of time, let's set the number of grenades you get with each one to be 3. Ow, dude shot me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we got 3 again. Okay, that totally works. Totally works. I'm wondering though if we can swap this. And the way I want to swap this is I want to swap this so that it's not spare ammo, but it's magazine ammo, so that it's a little clearer to the player. And we're gonna have to remember this whole gameplay equipment from actor thing and cost checking. I wonder if that's because it's super weird. I wonder why. We're gonna have to look into that. Anyways, all right, so the frost grenade, this dude, rather than putting 3 in the spare ammo, let's put 3 in the magazine. Same thing here. 3 in the magazine. Even though we don't have a magazine, it's okay. It's just 3 in the slot that you can actually use. Okay, so that works. But I'm not gonna be able to throw them. Makes sense, because we set our costs to be the spare ammo. So we need to go back to our frost grenade, and we need to change this to not be spare ammo. We need to change this to be ammo. Magazine ammo. Compile and save. Get some grenades. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright. We got a grenade. No spares. Wait. Oh, I can't. Wait, why can't I pick this up? That's weird. Wait, I could pick that up before, couldn't I? What changed? I have a crazy question. If I switch this back, does it work? I was able to pick that up, but I can't use them, and I can't reload them. Interesting. So if I simply switch that back to spare, does that mean I can't pick it up again? Oh, wait, I have an idea why. Okay, so if we do this, chuck it. Alright, that's 3. Can't pick this up. But if I drop this grenade, I can now pick this one up. Interesting. And this one I can't pick up. I can throw 2 of them. It says I have 1 left in the magazine. That's sort of weird. Something's up with that. Okay, so I think what's happening is our test pickup item is messing with our begin overlap. So let's put a breakpoint here. Let's go pick the first one. Yep, you can see overlap. I got none. I gotta go over this. It's weird, I can't even, like, it doesn't even trigger the overlap. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, so this dude, okay, so that was the other thing that we changed. Just as a general heads up, we added a static mesh to our pickup items so that we didn't always have to have skeletal meshes in order for it to work. Because I got tired of looking at the wrong visual for the things. So let's change this to no and no collision. But we still are going to generate overlap events. File save. So let's play this now. So that one gets the overlap. It's weird that that one does and the other one doesn't. Okay, I clearly walked through it. It picks up 1. Oh wait, I have another. Oh, it's only picking up 1 at a time. Okay. I think it's because for the grenade. Yes, look at this. We can only have a magazine size of 1. So let's use magazine size of 3. And magazine ammo is 3, that's fine. And spare ammo. Interesting. Okay. That means you can only carry 3 of these types of grenades at a time. Is that cool? Well, let's just see if that fixes our problem first. Let's get rid of this overlap. Come on. 3 grenades ready. Pick this up. 3 more grenades. Ah, yes. Okay. 3 more grenades. Okay, so grenades are working. That's what we want. I want to also update these dudes. These health pickups. I believe these are health pickups. Yes, they are. And they are using they should be using the template for the heal. Here it is. So if we go to the heal is using the pistol. Ooh. So let's clear that. Let's change this to the health. Now that we've got it. Okay. So that should compile and save. So I have pistol icon. Still showing pistols. How is that? It's It's got to be on the weapon item definition. This is the idea. Heal pickup. Browse. Weapon ID. Heal pickup. Maybe I'm wrong. It's not there. So in construction for this dude, when we come in, stat tags, nope, event graph, set the stat tags, add items to slots, set the static mesh. And it's going to do that if the skeletal mesh is not valid on the inventory fragment of the item definition. Okay, so this should be the item definition. This is the which inventory fragment is that? Pickup icon. If it's valid, it's going to proceed. It's going to set the pad color. It's going to do its thing. If the skeletal mesh is valid, by default, what is our skeletal mesh set to on this thing? None. Static mesh is also none. So the item definition for the heal pickup also not there. That makes no sense to me whatsoever, because clearly this is cleared. So it should be this. Alright, let's oh, that worked. Oh, I guess because it's in construction, I just have to do this to reset it. Okay. Okay. We got eels. We got grenades floating around and spinning. They come in at a 20-degree offset, which is cool. So you pick these up, check our inventory, active with 3 heal pickups. Excellent. All our plasma. We got grenades. Can't pick up more than 3 at a time. What happens if I throw one? If I pick up this, I get another one. If I drop these grenades, I come back over here and I pick up 2 more. Dude, it's all working. It's all working. Wait, games, people. Alright. I'm just psyched something's actually working tonight. Wait a minute. Oh. Shoot. Okay. So we do have one problem. And here's the problem. We have no way to pick up drop grenades right now. What I mean by that is if I drop that grenade, you see it's there. However, when I walk over it, you'll notice that it put 3 in the spare ammo. That's because the way our drop item works. When we drop, it's when we drop a thing. So if we come back to our Blackpink forever, what is going on? So if we go back to our drop item, I believe it's drop ability. Okay, so when we drop this weapon, we did all this stuff. You're a big fan of Blackpink? My daughter loves Blackpink. Okay, so let's sit here. So what happens is when we drop this, we went through all of that crazy stuff to take all of our numbers and throw them into the leftover tags, right? And the stat tags. So we are intentionally putting the stuff, we're intentionally putting the stuff into the, where are we putting this? That tag. No thanks, Blackpink. We're adding it to the spare ammo. And the reason we're adding it to spare ammo, we're taking magazine ammo plus spare ammo and we're adding it to spare ammo. I think what we need to do is, in the case of a grenade, we should put it in the ammo. So I'm wondering, okay, so there's a couple ways we could do this. We could add a tag, like there is no magazine. You know, I want to refresh my memory as to why we did this. So let's just try this again. Okay. So we take our shotgun, shoot it twice, and we drop it. We had 6 and 16. We pick it up, we have 6 and 16. Okay, if I walk over that shotgun, I still have 6 and 16. I can't pick it up because I haven't reloaded. If I reload, I have 8 and 14. If I walk over this, I have 8 and 16. We took 2 bullets from that shotgun. So now we're 8 and 8. If I drop this shotgun and pick up this one, 22. Which is, yep, 8 and 14. Okay, if I go to pick this one up, 8 and 16. I'm wondering if I want to put the stats here. So let's drop this again. 8 and 6. If I walk over this, 8 and 16. 8 and 16. 7 and 16. See, this is why it's weird. It's weird because what's happening is we're not testing to see if our magazine is full or not. So we were only just picking it up as spare because that's what was working, which is kind of a bummer. So this would work for most weapons except for the grenade. So, do we add a stat for magazineless? No magazine? How are we gonna do this? Let's look at our grenade. Our grenade has a magazine size and ammo and spare ammo. It's a weapon. You know what? Magazine size. I want to kind of delete magazine ammo altogether. And magazine size, but I don't want to break the whole system. Okay. What else are we potentially gonna have that doesn't use magazines? Grenades. Bow and arrows. Oh, you might have a quiver. But you can only knock one arrow at a time. Your magazine size for that is 1. Interesting. I mean, we could just add auto reload to the grenades. If we do that, then it's going to do loading. Alright, let's just do this. Let's add a stat tag. And let's set to 1. And this one's going to be magazine. We're going to call this magless weapon. Okay, why not? So let's go back to our drop weapon and stat tag. Here we go. I think we need to make our map a variable. We either need to make our map a variable or we need to split this off. So let's promote this to a variable. This is going to be false actually. If it's false, max. And if it's true, then we're going to do the same type of thing. But the map we're going to feed this number into the value 2 slot. And we're going to set the ammo map to this. And then we're going to come back down into here. We are going to have to clean this up a lot, but this should take our grenade case and fill it. Let's see. And it should not mess with our weapon cases. Alright, so going back to testing the shot. 2 shots. Drop the weapon. Okay. Pick it up. It does what it did before. It reloads it. That's the way it used to work. If I walk over this one, it fills up my spare, which is fine. But it does not fill up the magazine. It's fine if I reload. This one only was 9. 16. Reloading. There we go. Okay, that seems to be working. Cool. Now let's test our grenades. So if we take our grenades And we throw 3 grenades. Missed the last one. And pick this up. Oh yeah, picked it up straight into the magazine, which is cool. That worked. Okay, so let's break out of this and let's try this again. But this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to walk over both of these. So now we got 3. I can't pick them up. Cool. I throw 1 grenade. I walk over this. 3. It's cool. Walk over that. That should have been the last one, I think. It is. It was. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we have successfully limited our grenades. We have implemented grenades at this point as an actual weapon. We figured out our costing. We're doing all right. Things are working. I think we may want to change what the extra item is and how it slots. So how do we choose that? So I think that's going to be the next big thing is like how do we, because right now the extra item is still a regular grenade, which is cool. You could consider that like an ultimate right now. But I'm wondering what else we might want to put in. I actually, you know what? I think we're ready. I think we're ready to start bringing back our AIs. We can start like that. We can pick up weapons. We've got our own characters in game. We are missing the idea of like I said, an ultimate. I think the other big thing we're missing is we have our melee. I think there's something to be said about maybe getting a sword or something. That would require a whole lot of extra animation stuff. I figure if we can make it fun with weapons, grenades, and stuff like that. We'll be alright. Love that that's working. Okay. Alright, so I think in order to kind of take the next step, one, we definitely have to get back into AI, which is cool because it means we're getting closer to where we were. But the other thing that we need to do is we need to figure out how to set up a spawner, because right now we need to figure out how the whole spawning systems work, because right now these are 2 players, 3 players, so we need to figure out how this, basically what we have to figure out now is the game mode. I think that's pretty much what we have to figure out. This chat overlay button, dude. What is this? You know what? We're gonna check what that is another time. I may have just messed everything up. Okay. I guess we can dig into that a little bit. Alright, so let's do this. We're going to try to find, we have to dig back into, so our plugin right now is working the Horde Wars, and this is the Horde Wars content. This is going to be where all the content comes from, right? This is not the game mode. So the game mode is here. That's the ability set, and here's the hero data. System, experiences, combat gym BP. Ah, yes. Okay. So this is where the hero data comes from. Shared inputs, standard components, standard HUD, shooter accolades, player state, ability set elimination, team deathmatch scoring. What is this? Horde Wars AI spawner BP. Here we go, team setup, 2 teams. Team. What is this? There's a shooter replay hub, that's interesting. What does this do? Teams to create. Interesting. This first number is the team ID. What does this inherit from? Lyra team creation component. What if I don't want to play against a team? Is there? Yeah, I'm not checking that out. Okay, so hold on. Let's go back to maps. No, it's a map. Fluid simulation. Firing range. Expanse. This is the default map. I start in here. Okay. I thought we fixed all these cards, so we knew what all these maps were. Oh. How did it get the brute? That's interesting. Holy smokes. Okay, for some reason the default maps are using the brood. Alright, so that's the first. Oh, there we go. There's our cards. Elimination. Combat jam. Front end, main menu of this game. Default experience. Control. Small test level for shooter core. And explode. Destroy blocks, collect power-ups, and avoid getting exploded. Top-down party game. What is a top-down party game? Okay. that helps me. Explorer. Maps. Top down. Top down arena gym. Browse to asset. Sheer core. Plugins. Sheer top down arena combat. Here we go. System. Top down arena experience. Top down arena experience does what? Player state, set of teams. 4 teams. Look at this. 4 teams. Alright, what we need to figure out is when this starts. When an experience starts, how does it decide who's going to what team? So let's get rid of this top down, we don't need that. This team, set of 2 teams, is used by the combat gym. Team set of 2 teams. So that's the experience definition. So the combat gym uses combat gym BP, which is an experience definition. Reference viewer. Browse assets. This is our combat gym. Okay. World settings. Default gameplay experience. Here we go. This is where it's used in combat gym. All the navigation system and everything. Okay. And I want to look at
punctuates the solitude of the peacefulness.
where's the here we go, level blueprint. The level blueprint has nothing in it. I don't know what our game mode is. This is weird. Alright, let's try looking at this from the other end. If we look at the mannequin, sheer mannequin. This has on death, possessions, begin play, listens for teams. Okay, so let's look for the controller. This is Lyra player start. I see, it's checking to see if it's claimed or not. And this lives in Lyra game player. Player. Is claimed. Try claim. Occupying controllers. Claiming control. Occupy. Get time manager. Set time manager. Firm. Create that. Okay. Check unclaimed. Alright, that's all like where this stuff comes from. Cheat managers. Interesting. Teams. Team cheats, team display, team infos, team stats, team subsystems, system. Lyra game instance, what's in this? Okay. Interesting. I don't feel like we are any closer. I mean, I know what we could do is we could browse to here and we could create a blueprint for team spawning rules. What's in here? Where is this here? Combat gems, elimination, and test inventory experience. I don't actually see anything in the spawning rules. There's a spawning management component. This is a player spawning management component. Okay. Okay, let's test this. Let's do one team setup. One team. And then what we're going to do is we're going to delete the second team. Delete it. File and save. And then where we're using the 2 team setup, we're going to swap that out. The 1 team. Teams. 1 teams. File and save. Check out. And what we should see. Okay, we're on the same team. So, okay, so that works. That's kind of cool because if we wanted to ever have a race, we could have 2 teams. But for now, we're only going to have 1 in here. And we are going to try to get across this map together. Okay. Okay. I think it might be time to wrap this up for tonight because anything else we're going to start is going to be a pretty big can of worms. Because what we're going to have to start to do is we're going to have to start digging back into AI. And actually we need to figure out how to spawn enemies that AI Lyra controller shooter. Here's the behavior tree. It's the Lyra shooter bot. Wow, we're gonna have to figure out how to build the whole shooter bot spawner control point. Ooh, that's promising. What is this? This is a Lyra bot creation component. Where is this used? EAI Lyra shooter. EAI controller Lyra shooter. Control point. Okay. What other bot spawners do we have in here? The shooter bot spawner. Ooh. Where's this used? Scoring. Shooter bot spawner. Here we go. Okay. So we do have bot spawners. Hold on a second. Bot spawner. Look at this thing. This is used in elimination. And I believe in elimination. So here's the spawner that's used. Shooter bot spawner. And shooter bot spawner. Gives it an AI controller class. Some random bot names. But Lyra bot creation component. Here we go. It's in code. Bot creation component. Begin play. On experience loaded. Number of bots to create. Number of bots to create 3. Okay. How does it choose where to spawn them? This is in the game modes. There's a bot creation component. Begin play. Gets the experience component, checks it. Okay. Server create bots. Remaining bot names equals random not update. The effective bot count equals number of bots created. Spawn info. Collision. Override all objects that are new controllers. None. Gets the game mode. Player state. Dispatch post login. Restart the player. New controller. Spawns an actor. This is what it's doing. It's spawning an active class. Bot controller class. Is that all it's doing? Is it just spawning an active class? Well, if that's the case, bot. Where was that app? Game mode. It's in the game mode. Combat gym. Where was that override coming from? Fire developer settings. Game mode. I think we can override with the game mode if we can figure out where the game mode is. Game mode. Numbots. Don't see it anywhere. Let's try this. Numbots. Now I keep saying we're gonna go to sleep, but the rabbit hole goes deeper. I mean, we're gonna try this, but I don't think this is gonna matter. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Number of bots to create. B shooter spawner control points. That's in shooter core content control point AI. Plugins. Shooter core content. Elimination. bots to create. It's just 6. Ooh. Okay. Alright, I think it's time to wrap this up. So, as part of our wrap up, let's just skip out of this. Alright, so actually not a bad night. We actually got some stuff done, which is cool. Yeah, right there at the end, we were able to kind of figure out how we might be able to spawn more player bots. I think what ultimately we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to create a new AI, because realistically all the bot's doing is just spawning to act with the controller. So we'll probably start digging into that next time. So basically trying to figure out how to spawn AI, and that also means we're gonna have to figure out how to hook up the AI to start thinking again, which means we're going to start to get back into the original AI work we were doing when we started this whole thing, which should be cool, because then once we get AI thinking, I think we can start to create our first playable level, which would be awesome. Other than that, we figured out a bunch of stuff with grenades and things like that. We have a long ways to go with abilities before this game is ready to go. We also have to build our whole progression system and everything like that. So don't get me wrong, there's still a ton to do, but we did make some progress tonight, which is cool. If you happen to have a holiday weekend, I hope you all have a good day off tomorrow. For everybody else, I will see you all on Wednesday, and I hope you're having a great week so far. Sweet, take it easy.